All right, good Thursday morning, everybody. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Zack Webster. A pretty busy start to our Thursday morning around the western slope, as you can see behind me there on satellite and radar. Plenty of rain and snow coming down out across the western slope. We'll take a brief moment, go widescreen with this, give you a better look at what's going on satellite and radar early this morning. We've got rain mostly coming down over the valley, snow over the higher elevations of the western slope. We'll jump into that a little bit deeper here in just a few seconds. There's a view from the Alpine Bank camera looking out over Grand Junction. Plenty of clouds in place, some rain, some snow coming down out across the Grand Mesa. We had a little bit of rain throughout the overnight hours last night around Grand Junction, but things have been pretty dry throughout a pretty good portion of the morning. We'll come back to me here with a look at satellite and radar. Check out all the lightning that's involved with all those thunderstorms out across the Front Range over toward Pueblo and Colorado Springs, but back closer to home, as you can see, things pretty dry in Grand Junction, but down into Delta and Montrose there may still be a little bit of rain lingering around. We'll go to full screen here and show you some more areas. We'll take you back down toward Delta, Montrose, into Nucla and Telluride. Snow still coming down just a little bit over in Telluride. A little bit farther off toward the north again, we're pretty dry in Grand Junction, but rain picking up every now and then. Places like DeBeck over toward Rifle and into Glenwood Springs seeing some of that rain right now, with snow to the north and the south of Glenwood Springs. The Grand, the Battlement Mesa seeing some of that snow, as well as farther off toward the north along the Book Cliffs. Then farther off toward the east as you keep heading east on Interstate 70 toward Vail, Eisenhower Tunnel, the Continental Divide, snow continues to pick up. And I'm going to bump this back a few to give you a view of 4 different cameras from around the western slope, kind of giving you an idea of what's going on around the region. You saw the Alpine Bank camera in Grand Junction. Wet roads as rain continues to come down in Aspen while snow continues to fall over the Grand Mesa. That's the view from the Grand Mesa Lodge, and then over toward Coalbank Pass we're seeing some of that snow continue to come down. This is a really beautiful shot there from Coalbank Pass of some of that rain and snow on the ground. We'll go back full screen to the Alpine Bank camera one more time. Plenty of clouds. Can't really tell if it's raining out there right now in Grand Junction, at least by looking at the Alpine Bank camera. Like I said, we had some of that rain earlier this morning throughout the overnight hours last night, but a lot of that's really kind of dried out, and we'll continue to see chances for a few rounds of showers throughout much of the rest of the morning and into the early portions of the afternoon. We'll come back to me and I'll walk you through Futurecast here right quick. Probably be better if I'm on this side of the screen, but yeah, rain, some higher elevation snow continues around the western slope throughout much of the rest of the morning and into the early portions of the afternoon. Then some drier air starts to move into the region as the main system back behind us pushes a little bit farther off toward the east, and you notice a lot of that rain and snow really starts to wind down later this afternoon and into the evening hours, but there could be still a few patches of rain and snow here and there. That will start to wind down throughout the overnight hours tonight, and skies really start to clear out around the western slope throughout the overnight hours tonight and into early Friday morning. Snowfall total still left to come. Most places will see anywhere between a trace to around 1 to 2 inches of snow in the higher elevations. Aspen may see a little bit more snow, but in places like Vail, Crested Butte, atop the Grand Mesa, and into Telluride, you're going to start to see that snow wind down, but that's more snow that's going on top of the snowpack that will eventually have to melt and could make the flooding situation a little bit worse around the western slope. We'll walk you through some of the flood alerts still in effect early this morning. As usual, we still have that flood warning and that flood advisory for portions of the Dolores and San Miguel rivers. Those go until 6 o'clock on Saturday. Farther off toward the north, still got the flood watch in effect for the Yampa River Basin. That goes until Monday at noon. And still have a couple of those flood warnings in effect as well. This is for Elkhead Creek. This goes until Friday at 9 a.m. And then farther off toward the east, closer to Steamboat Springs, this is for the Elk River. This is in effect until Saturday at noon. And you know, we had some of the warmer temperatures earlier in the week. Now we're dealing with some of that rain now, and there's even more rain on the way as we head into the weekend and into early next week. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, it looks like we could see some additional rounds of rain around the western slope. And then to wrap up here, we'll just take you very quickly through some of the river gauges from around the western slope. Dolores River near Cisco currently at moderate flood stage. We could see a couple more peaks of around moderate flood stage by the end of this weekend and into early next week once we start getting some more of that rain moving into the region. Looks like much of the same here. This is the Yampa River near Deer Lodge Park. This is up around Dinosaur National Monument, currently below flood stage, but as we head throughout the weekend, we'll eventually see the Yampa River near Deer Lodge Park peak at minor flood stage. That's sometime Saturday night and into early Sunday morning. Elkhead Creek near Hayden, where that flood warning is in effect, we could see a couple of different crests at minor flood stage. One potentially coming later tonight than another one. Several peaks of near minor flood stage into early next week. And then the Gunnison River near Grand Junction, once again still below flood stage for now, but we could definitely see an increase back into at least action stage, where we could get some minor flooding just right around the riverbanks. Looks like that will be early Friday morning when we get some of that into the region, and then things should start to wind down until we get some more rain throughout the weekend, and then we'll start to see those river levels rise once again. So a pretty busy morning around the western slope. Again, we've got the rain and the snow coming down across the region. That continues throughout much of the morning and into the afternoon. That again brings more rain, more snow to the region. That could further make the river flooding situation a little bit worse. That's something we'll keep an eye on. We'll keep you updated each morning here on Facebook Live and many of our other streaming services that we have in play here. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.